Hi guys, I'm here in the basement of HalloweenHQ where I'll be showing you how to create an all-out gory makeup look. This can go with any theme that you want, whether it's a dead cheerleader, a scary skeleton, it's entirely up to you how you want to adapt it. All the costumes and the accessories will be on the website, which is www.thehalloweenhq.com. So first I'm going to begin with applying the eyebrows. So this is before obviously I do any of the base because I don't want to get any foundation or product onto the brows. So first of all, I'm just going to brush the brows into place. And the reason I'm wanting the brows to be quite strong is because they're going to really frame the eye, and it is going to be a key feature to this look. So using any type of brow product, I'm going to use a brow gel and just following the natural shape of my brow. Now what I'm going to do next is just highlight underneath the brows using a white foundation. And this is just going to sharpen up the brows and give them that bit more high definition. And then just going around the outer edge. Awesome. So next I'm going to be sticking on my prosthetic piece. This is one that I made at home. It's literally just tissue and latex, which is the liquid latex from HalloweenHQ. And it's really easy. If you already pre-make it, it makes it a lot easier and simpler. So first, I'm just going to get latex sponge and some liquid latex. I'm just going to dab this in the centre of the head. Now I've already made sure that my piece will fit in the area. The reason for application first is that when you put the foundation on top, you'll be able to cover it. Rather, if you put your foundation on then this, it doesn't stick as well. And then to make it look like it's actually protruding from the head, I'm going to use some more liquid latex and just go around the edges. The trick is to work with liquid latex quickly, because as soon as it starts to dry it goes tacky, and if you then go back in and try and touch it, it ends up splitting. If you do it this way as well, it will take a little bit longer to dry because I am using it just straight rather than building up with tissue. And don't worry, liquid latex does dry clear. Horrible. It smells like tuna. This time I'm going to be using contact lenses, but they're going to be black contact lenses, so it's going to look as though my eye is completely black, and this is going to really dramatise the look. And they're fantastic, these contact lenses, because they really don't irritate your eye. They're really nice and fine. Again, you can get these at HalloweenHQ. My favourite bit. Awesome, right. Once you've got your contacts in, then you want to start by applying the full foundation base. Again, I'm not using a white foundation, I'm just using a really light cream foundation. This is because I want the skin to look as though the colour's been taken away, but it's not cartoony and white and painted on. Really delicately, I'm just going around the piece on the forehead. Any areas that are lifting, you can just disguise that with a little bit of blood. Buffing that around the edges. You want to do the same again, work on the inside. I'm just using a fine paintbrush to do this. Makes it a lot easier. I'm just going to go around the edges with some blood. This is the blood that you can get on HalloweenHQ. So I'm just going to work this around the edges. And pull it a little bit down the nose. I also want to get this inside. Just onto the edges. Best way is to get stuck in and start on it. And you can see the blood then starts to disguise any areas that you wanted to cover that didn't go the way you wanted it to. So next I'm going to move on to the eye makeup. For this I'm just going to use a really, really deep purple. This is to create the effect that the eyes are bruised, sore, and really distressed. So I'm going to follow my natural socket line, taking it along the lashes. And then using a blending brush, just going to buff this out. You can see those really nice purple hues coming through. And then just following this underneath the lash line. What I'm going to do is start buffing it, blending it underneath into where the natural hollow of the eye is and where the bags will be. Next I'm just going to use a really nice light purple. And this. I'm going to work some more of the purple tones into the inner corner of the eye. And again, buffing it outwards. And just repeat. What I'm going to do now is take a black eyeliner and buff that underneath the eye. I'm not taking it into the waterline, I'm just taking it underneath the lash line. This can be then buffed out with a brush. Next, what I'm going to do is just using a powder and dipping it in a bit of water. I'm going to pull this down. Now moving on to the contour. This is going to create shape and definition around the face, and it's going to give create that gaunt look. Following the natural contour of your features, and to work that into the hollow of the cheekbone. And then just following the contour down the nose. And rather than using a brown, I'm using a grey. And then just along the jawline. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of blood underneath the eyes, as though I've been crying blood. This blood is aged because it dries like aged blood. A little bit. Next, I'm just gonna add white paint onto the lashes. You can use a mascara wand if it's easier. I'm just gonna use my brush and pull through the lashes. I'm gonna do the same on the bottom. Next, I'm gonna move on to the lips. And for this, I'm going to use a cream product and I'm gonna line the lips. But this part, I want the lips to look really distressed, so I'm just gonna lightly go around the edge and colour them in. For this, I'm then going to add latex. So going back to your latex sponge and just dabbing on latex. This is going to add to the effect and make the lips look as though they are chapped. Help me! You can put on as much or as little as you like. I'm going to just do a couple more on the outside. If you're allergic to latex, don't do this at home. Going back in with my small fine brush. And taking a little bit of blood. And just at the edges, I'm just going to use some green powder. You can add little chunks of tissue, which can look like vomit. Just going back into the contour now with a dark black, and this is just gonna intensify the shadow. And I'm gonna add a little bit of bruising. Now comes the fun part. So using a good amount of blood, you just want to then add little droplets down the centre. Then using a sponge, going around the jawline. And this is the part where you just want to be touching up any details. The look. And there you have it, it's your disgustingly gory possessed girl. Now let's get into costume.